Welcome to Lesson 3. I trust you've taken the time to complete the VIA Character Strengths Survey. If you haven't, please pause this lesson and take a few moments to do so now. You can access the survey by clicking the VIA Character Survey link on the lesson page or by visiting sa.pro.viasurvey.org. The Greek Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously encouraged us to know first who we are and then to adorn ourselves accordingly, a powerful reminder about the importance of self-awareness. When we adorn ourselves in a manner reflective of our sense of self-awareness, we're expressing our true nature authentically. When we express our character strengths, which represent our core values in our work, we tend to be far more authentic and engaged as consultants, a mark of our professionalism that is likely to be noticed and appreciated. Likewise, when we find ways to encourage our clients to express their values in their work, and in particular in the work they do with us as their advisors, they're much more likely to become more engaged in the process, genuine partners in the outcomes we seek together. The result is a more involved client who embraces our methods and expertise, and a more fulfilling consulting engagement that leverages the best parts of ourselves. Born out of the work of Martin Seligman and Chris Peterson and the positive psychology movement they started, the VIA Institute on Character was founded in 2001 to, quote, help people change their lives by tapping into the power of their own greatest strengths. Organizations throughout the world have adopted the Institute's survey to help their employees and other stakeholders discover aspects of their personality that impact how they think, feel, and behave. Their research over more than 40 years has revealed 24 such aspects, each a character strength that each of us may express to some degree or another. The top 5 or so that emerged from your survey results represent your signature strengths or your highest priority values. Research in positive psychology and the work of the Institute support the notion that by expressing our signature strengths in our work, we gain alignment between what we do and who we are, a major contributor to flourishing and fulfillment from the work we do. This simple shift in mindset has been shown to dramatically improve the level of engagement we feel with our work, even when the work becomes tedious or uninspiring. We might think of this as finding meaning in the mundane. This represents a central dilemma many of us face as consultants. That dream assignment we fought so hard for succumbs to pragmatism, like the day-to-day demands of our clients and the marketing and administrative tasks required to run our practices. When our work becomes an expression of our signature strengths, our core values, we participate joyfully no matter the effort required. We become, in a very real sense, intrinsically motivated to do the work. In other words, we would happily do the work for the sheer enjoyment of it. In the next lesson, we'll take a deep dive into the things that support intrinsic motivation, those critical factors that drive us and our clients to do what we do. For now, let's dive into character strengths a bit more deeply and examine how you can apply them in your own work and how you can identify and leverage them in your clients, a practice known as strength spotting. The Institute organizes the strengths into 6 categories called virtues, which include wisdom, courage, humanity, justice, temperance, and transcendence. In the following section, we'll briefly visit each character strength and describe how it may be applied to our consulting work. The worksheet that accompanies this lesson offers you the opportunity to explore your own strengths deeply and find new ways to express them in your work. The virtue of wisdom includes the character strengths creativity, curiosity, judgment, love of learning, and perspective. To express your creativity in your work, consider trying novel solutions to your clients' problems. Approach problem-solving differently rather than using paint-by-numbers frameworks. To express curiosity in your work, dig a little deeper to discover evidence or patterns others might miss. Be a detective and don't allow apparent dead ends to stop you. For your work to be an expression of your sense of judgment, consider multiple solution alternatives and carefully weigh their pros and cons. To show your love of learning in your work, a value many of us consultants share, focus on new ideas and knowledge emerging from current literature. Delve into courses like this one and bring your new knowledge to your engagements to set yourself apart. And finally, to demonstrate your sense of perspective, consider a broad view of a client's issues, one that encompasses multiple inputs from varying points of view. The virtue of courage includes the character strengths bravery, perseverance, honesty, and zest. For your work to be an expression of your bravery, don't avoid challenging situations. Fearlessly invite difficult conversations that help to reveal the source of problems more rapidly. To express your sense of perseverance, approach major challenges with the sense of certainty, knowing that you're always willing to do whatever is necessary to meet your commitments. With honesty as a signature strength, you'll flourish when you embrace direct, transparent communications and take full responsibility for your actions, no matter the outcome. And finally, those of us who show a tendency towards zest do well when we're fearless, and we offer our insights unapologetically and with enthusiasm. The virtue of humanity includes the character strengths love, kindness, and social intelligence. To demonstrate love in your consulting work, allow yourself to be vulnerable, to deepen your relationships with your clients. For kindness to emerge in your work and your client interactions, give of yourself, your tools and methods, for example, unselfishly. Be free with your time and knowledge. To express your social intelligence in your work, approach it with an eye toward how you're being perceived and whether your interactions and interventions are resonating or being met with resistance. The virtue of justice includes the character strengths teamwork, fairness, and leadership. With teamwork as a signature strength, actively pursue work that involves group interactions, offering you a work setting where you can be part of a team. To express fairness in your consulting work, work to mediate conflicts when they arise by balancing client needs with other stakeholder perspectives. Those of us who have leadership as a signature strength tend to flourish on engagements when they can take charge and maintain harmony among group members. The virtue of temperance includes the character strengths forgiveness, humility, prudence, and self-regulation. To express forgiveness through your consulting work, when challenged, consider the benefit of directing your energies toward constructive pursuits that reveal the value in such challenges rather than any slight you might otherwise feel. As experts, consultants sometimes struggle to maintain humility with respect to their knowledge and how it might benefit a particular client. Expressing humility means being open-minded and not overly critical of competing ideas or engagement approaches. To express prudence in your consulting work, take great care during its execution and ensure that you consider how the quality of your work influences engagement outcomes. And finally, if self-regulation rose to the top of your list of character strengths, compose yourself and choose to respond thoughtfully rather than react hastily to others' suggestions and opinions, while resisting the temptation to offer unsolicited advice. The final virtue, that of transcendence, includes the character strengths appreciation of beauty and excellence, gratitude, hope, humor, and spirituality. If appreciation of beauty and excellence showed up as a signature strength, consider approaching your consulting work as you would a work of art, bringing your unique design sensibilities to your efforts in a way that resonates with your clients. To express gratitude in your consulting work, welcome all client interactions, positive, negative, or neutral, with open arms as opportunities to learn and grow, and thank them for their perspectives. With hope as a signature strength, you'll be energized believing in your abilities, such that you expect a positive outcome from your efforts, no matter how challenging the situations. If you enjoy bringing humor to your interactions with your clients, share a joke or a funny anecdote that relates to the work you're doing on their behalf with utter self-confidence. And finally, to express spirituality in your consulting work, approach it as something that genuinely makes the world a better place, that helps others, and is the best expression of your highest self. Armed with this knowledge of yourself, you'll be far more likely to spot these character strengths in your clients. Consider what they wish to express in their work or with their organizations. How can you work with them in a manner that evokes their core values? Bring a familiarity with each of these character strengths to your work and see if you can spot those that are most evident in your clients with whom you work. Deeply consider how you might interact with clients based on their character strengths, what's really important to them, and how that can help you build longer-term, mutually beneficial relationships that help you both to flourish and gain fulfillment. Before you go, using the course workbook, the lesson worksheet, or your personal journal, revisit your signature strengths for a moment, those top 5 values that emerge from taking the VIA Character Strengths Survey. Now think about one of those 5 and how you might best express it in your work. For example, if it's creativity, consider novel approaches to any aspect of your consulting work and how they might help you to express your creativity. If it's humility, describe how you might bring an open mind to your work to explore previously uncharted areas of interest or value. Then repeat the process for 2 more of your signature strengths. I found this exercise to be extremely beneficial. The answers you come up with represent the means by which your greatest strengths are reflected in the way you work, which is a critical ingredient in projecting your authentic self while deriving genuine fulfillment from what you do. For reference, and to get ideas flowing, review the section of the Course Companion Workbook associated with this lesson to review each character strength and some ideas for expressing them that were presented earlier. Moving right along, up next we'll dive into the second aspect of knowing yourself and your clients, an in-depth exploration of what motivates us, why we do what we do, and how we can stay engaged with whatever it is we're doing, a critical element of long-term, highly collaborative client relationships.